Before this video begins, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, be sure to check out my affiliate links down below so you can get discounts on car mods and products. Alright, let's get into the review. Hello and welcome. Today we are reviewing a 2022 Ford Explorer ST. This is an all-wheel drive model. I would like to thank Flood Ford in Narragansett, Rhode Island for allowing me to review this vehicle. I'm also going to be driving it, so make sure to check that video out soon on the channel. Their link is down below. So this is a 2022 Ford Explorer ST all-wheel drive, finished in white with a black leather interior. This has about 8,800 miles on it and currently stickers around $61,000. This is a mid-size SUV with 3 rows of seats, seating 7. This has a 4,700 pound curb weight and is powered by a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engine, making 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. This is mated with Ford and GM co-developed 10-speed auto transmission, and this is shiftable. This is an all-wheel drive model, propelling from 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds, which is very fast because that's about just a hair slower than the EcoBoost Mustang. So yeah, this really has some good speed to it. I'm very excited to drive it. This gets 18 miles per gallon city, 24 on the highway, and 20 combined, with a 20.2 gallon fuel tank. This is 198 inches long, 78 inches wide without mirrors, and 69 inches tall. This rides on some 20-inch aluminum gloss black wheels, and these are ST specific. These have 255s all around. For the towing capacity in here, you can tow 5,600 pounds. Additionally, there are some beautiful red brake calipers around every wheel. For safety features, this does have blind spot monitoring, driver and passenger knee airbags, forward collision alert with braking and pedestrian detection, lane departure warning with lane keep assist, and auto high beams. So for the exterior, this rides on 7.9 inches of ground clearance. This has a gloss black grille and mostly blacked out chrome throughout, through like the body trim and most of the window trim. It looks pretty good in my opinion, and they really did focus on making this sport appearance package very effectively. So this does have Explorer badged across the front. It has for a number of years, similar to like the Kia Telluride. It has some giant letters just north of the grille. And it has some nice red ST badging on the front and the rear. This does have LED front lights and fog lights, as well as some LED bulbs in the rear. There is some Explorer badging, such as in the headlight and on one of the side skirt areas, and it does come with a quad tip exhaust system. It looks really good and it sounds decent as well. And let's hop outside and look around. Alright, so here in the front, finished in white, I think it looks pretty good for this Explorer. It looks similar to most of the others, except for, of course, all the gloss black and the beautiful red brake calipers. I like the wheels as well. I think they look pretty good. Here's your Explorer badging right there, and it does have proximity sensors here on the doors. It has some heated mirrors, which are gloss black, and those do have blind spot inside of those. In the rear here, you do get a pretty typical looking Explorer, but a nice blacked out badge where it would be chrome right there. Your quad tip exhaust, which look awesome. And then your ST badge, of course, and your tow hitch. You do get a small spoiler over here with some gloss black little inserts over here. I think it looks pretty good. And then popping the gas tank, like most Fords, it is an easy fuel cap, and the fuel door itself is easy open. So this actually seats 6 due to having captain's chairs, correcting my first statement. And then back there you get 2 in the 3rd row. We will check those out momentarily. But let's hop into the driver's position. So for your door panel, it is all soft touch materials except for right here. All of this is going to be soft touch. It's pretty good. And it has a nice B&O premium audio system, so that looks great with all the covers, and of course sounds great too. So yeah, down here you have a big storage area, some gloss black trim, and of course you do get all the window controls right here. They are not all one touch though. I wish they were. Here's a Ford Performance door sill, which looks pretty good. You get full power seating up here, and these are both heated and cooled. They have 4-way lumbar support, which is nice, and full power adjustments, as well as, of course, your pedals down there. And to the left of your steering wheel, you do get, right here, you just get your fuse box, and then above that, you do get your light controls. And, of course, your trunk button. So for your steering wheel here, this is a really sporty steering wheel. I love this thing. It is massive bolstering at 10 and 2. It's more aggressive than a Mustang wheel, which is very funny. It even has a flat bottom with an ST badge. That's awesome. You do get shift paddles back here. They feel a little similar to the Mustang, a little smaller, but this is not technically a sports car, so yeah, it's acceptable. For your buttons here, it's not as busy as the Mustang, which is nice, or some other Fords. It's pretty simple layout through here. Then for your gauge cluster, it is going to be fully digital. So you have a lot of different drive modes in here, so it will often change how it displays in there. But it, yeah, so it's fully digital. On the right, you get your fuel gauge. The left, you get your tack, in this case, so over there. And then you get your speedo in the center. For materials inside of here, it's mostly soft touch and rubberized materials. However, down here is going to be soft touch. I wish this were a bit padded right here. You do get a carbon fiber look right here, which is nice. Nice little insert piece. But overall, it's a bit of a bland interior. There are different colors that could make it more exciting. But overall, it's not bad. It uses a good amount of soft touch and rubberized materials, and some nice accent pieces. This is a rather interesting choice of how they do the infotainment. It just sticks up. It's not horizontal, it's more like a tablet sticking out of the center. It doesn't look bad, in my opinion. It looks pretty good, very easy to see. It uses Sync 3. And of course, it is very easy to use. Sync 3 is a very nice, intuitive system. Then below that, you get your climate controls, and you do get your heated and cooled seats, and a heated steering wheel function, all right there. In the center below that, you do get a storage area with USB Type-C, one Type-A, and a 12-volt charging port. That is finished in a nice steel nickel look type of thing, so that looks pretty good. You get 2 cup holders, another storage area, and then over here you get your shifter. You have a rotary dial shifter, so if you put that into reverse like so, you can see your backup camera. It's very good quality in here, and you have a lot of different angles, so that is very nice. I personally like that. Popping it back into park, and then in the center you have manual for if you want to engage your paddles. Then you have your electronic parking brake, and then you get all your drive modes with auto stop start off, traction control, and you also do get a hill descent mode. So for your drive mode in here, it's rather interesting. You get many different graphics for each of them. So there's normal, you have slippery, very cool graphics in here. I like them. Then you get trail, some rocks, you get deep snow or sand, and then if you keep going the other way, you get eco, sport, and tow haul. So I personally like it in sport because it changes how everything looks in here, and as you will see in just a moment, I like it. I think it looks a lot cooler, but we'll keep it in normal just as we are sitting here. Alright, you do get a giant panoramic sunroof in here, 2 panels, so that is nice, and that is full powered. For your visors, you also get those. Those are lighted vanity. Someone put a seemingly child's drawing in here, so that is very random, but okay. Not gonna mess with that. And that slides, covers the entire window. That is great. Sounds very solidly made too. Solid metal in there. In your center armrest, it's well padded and pretty large in here. Couple tiers of storage, sorry. And yeah, down in there you get a 12-volt charging port. Pretty deep, pretty large. And you do get a wireless charging pad in front of that for your phone. For your glove box over here, it is very large and well damped. Does its job very well. And let's have a hop into the second row of seats. So here in the second row in this specific Explorer, you do get captain's chairs, so you get some nice armrests here. I think they're pretty good. And for spacing in here, it's great. I'm 6 feet tall, I have pretty long legs, and I have endless room. And elbow room is good as well, and you do get some nice privacy shades, or window shades, or peasant blockers. Any of the 3 are good terms to use for that such feature. Here you get another audio cover for your B&O system, and you get some white contrast stitching in here, which is nice. It's pretty spacious back here. Great headroom, great knee room, leg room, elbow room, everything's good. You get full air conditioning controls back here with the modes and with the power. And you also do get temperature controls, of course, and you do get heated seats in the rear, which is nice. You get a full household port and a typical car charge port right there. If you pull this out, you also get a pop out of some cup holders. And now we will climb back into the third row of seats. So I am obviously a full-grown person, but let's see if I can fit back here without getting stabbed. Would be nice by the headrest because that was down. Okay, so my knees are against it, that's for sure. However, I could sit back here for a bit. And these seats actually slide a little bit, so I could get a little bit more room. If I spread out a bit, I can fit back here. It's not that comfortable. But due to the large window back here, it's actually not all that claustrophobic. So I would not hate being back here, especially if I could slide up the seat. Like, let's see. So if we reach under here and slide it forward like so, I have decent leg room. I can actually fit back here okay. So that is good. And finally, let's go check out the rear cargo room in the trunk. And to pop the trunk, you push a button over here. It is full power liftgate, of course. And even with the third row seats up, you have some pretty decent storage. You don't really have any side wells, which is kind of annoying though for storage. You do get a pretty deep cutout in the center though, so that makes up for it. And then you can obviously pop the seats down and you have a lot of room. This is full power and it does have an adjustable level, so you don't hit like a garage door or anything like that if you want it to close, you know, in a lower manner, or if you're a short driver so you can reach it. Alright, so for my final thoughts on this Explorer ST, just from initial impressions, I think it's a pretty nice interior overall. Very spacious in all three rows relative, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The exterior really looks good to me with all the sport touches, and even inside, the steering wheel is one of the best parts. It's pretty funny how they put a flat bottom, giant bolster, ST branded steering wheel. I think it feels good and looks good. And for the rest of the interior, maybe I wish they had a larger infotainment, more of a horizontal setup than a vertical one, but overall I think it's okay. And the sunroof is great, leather interior, and heated and cooled seats, heated wheel, as well as heated rear seats with full AC controls. I think all the creature comforts are definitely adequate in here. I do wish the rear two windows were one touch though. That's my only main gripe so far with this. And make sure to check out my POV drive coming up soon on the channel of this vehicle. Thank you again to Flood Ford in Narragansett for allowing me to review and drive this vehicle. Your link is down below. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.